Welcome back to Daytime, everyone. Tampa is back in the spotlight with the second season of Secrets of the Zoo, featuring Zoo Tampa on Nat Geo Wild. And we have the general curator of Zoo Tampa, Chris Massaro, joining us now to tell us more about this second season. Hi, Chris.
How are you doing, guys? Thanks for having me.
Doing great. So you've got people now that are able to come to the zoo again, right? And is everybody wearing masks? What's the protocol there?
Yeah, we have our entire team. All our employees are wearing masks. That is mandatory. In any of our indoor areas, that's mandatory for guests. Out in the open air, we're making sure we socially distance people, and masks, although we are strongly recommending them, it is optional in those areas.
So everything that's going to be on season 2 of Secrets of the Zoo with you guys, how long ago was that taped?
That was literally just before the closures. That was closer to like December, January, February. I think we really wrapped up early February in the filming for the second season. Did
you have that thought of like, oh my God, we just missed it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And certainly, you know, the show has been great. We've really got a lot of good feedback from our guests coming in. We certainly saw a bump in tourism. Folks coming to the zoo, particularly saying, "Hey, we saw the zoo on the show, and we really wanted to come and see you guys." And unfortunately, you know, the closures happened, but you know, you just got to deal with it.
What kind of dramatic events can we see in season 2 from Zoo Tampa?
Yeah, the Secrets of the Zoo Tampa has been really a great opportunity for us to showcase all the incredible work that our animal care and veterinary teams do here. I think people are really surprised at all the different things we do. The episode that aired this past Sunday, they actually caught a rhino birth. The birth of our last rhino calf was caught on video, aired for that episode. So it's really impactful, exciting moments like that is what you can expect.
How big is a baby rhino when it's born?
Typically around 70, 80 pounds. So it's, yeah.
Is it like
certainly a bundle of joy?
I'm just going to keep asking nerd questions.
Absolutely.
How far along is the horn when it comes out? Because that would be a tricky birth. Births alone are already tricky with no horns. I can't imagine what to throw that into this.
70-pound baby is going to be uncomfortable anyway. The good thing is the horn is not developed yet. That'll come later on.
Now, what type of rhino are we talking about? Because there are different types of rhinos, and some of them are endangered.
Right. So this is the southern white rhino. We have a large crash here of rhinos. We also have greater one-horn rhinos that are from Asia. And those actually, we viewed Jamie and Johnny of that species in season 1.
That does seem to be a thing with zoos. There's always like a famous zoo with a live cam of a pregnant panda or a pregnant giraffe. Yeah, what is it about giving birth that humans are like, well, I got to see this?
Well, I think it's an incredible experience to actually see life, you know, presented right before you, especially for an animal as large as a rhino. It's not something you see every day, and it's going to be difficult to capture because you can't pinpoint it as easily as you can with human births. So, you know, we pretty much set up a window of when we're expecting the birth, and we have the team watching closely for any signs of labor.
Okay, last labor question, then I'm done, I promise. Is there like a special, like a person whose whole job is just delivering zoo animal births? Like, that has to be a niche market.
Right. No, fortunately enough, you know, if all goes well, they can handle the birth on their own. We're just there for support in case we need to intervene. Most of the time we don't, but we have our animal care team and our veterinary team standing by in case there are problems.
Which animals, Chris, in your opinion, have the most personality?
Oh, I mean, that's kind of a loaded question. We have 1,100 animals here at the zoo, and so many that are impactful, but probably the one the guests love the most has got to be the orangutans. They're certainly full of personality, especially the kids, constantly playing around and goofing around. They're a lot of fun to watch.
Do you have an emotional attachment to a lot of these animals because you know them so well?
I've got a personal attachment to most of the animals here. I've had the fortunate, actually, the end of June, I hit my 18th year here with Zoo Tampa. I've had the fortunate opportunity to work in many different areas. work with almost every mammal species we have here at the zoo. So I've got a lot of personal attachment to the animals here, for sure.
I know you got some manatees coming this season too. I'm a big manatee guy, but I was hoping you could help us debunk some myths that I always hear about them. Maybe they're true. Is it true that if you touch them, your oils could transfer bacteria and kill them?
So I've never heard that,
Okay.
but certainly what we recommend is you don't interact with manatees in the wild, right? One of the big things we want to do, and a lot of the injuries we see come in is because of human activity, whether it's boat strikes, watercraft strikes, entanglements. So certainly we want to make sure we watch from afar and really appreciate them from a distance.
And you can do that with this show. Watch all manatees and all 1,100 animals and Secrets of the Zoo Season 2.
Chris Massaro, thank you very much for joining us today, and say hi to the orangutans for us.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys.
We'll be right back.